just for to keep the record straight, race wire. Now he's like trying to wear the same glasses as me, trying to dye his hair black to be like mine. Like it's cringe, bro. I just don't like these decisions. Like he keeps doing like sus zesty stuff, bro. Like I'm starting to think that he's best friends with freaking Nova Online's twin Zivy. Like going in his Discord group chat just to talk trash or something like to him or act like it, and then showing me that he was doing that. It's like, yeah, probably because you want. I don't know, bro. Like I'm gonna just keep it real though. Like this video isn't about that, but I just wanted to add that part because I did that a while ago because I was just uncomfortable, bro. Like you don't do that. Like man, like that's weird, bro. You don't do that to another male. You don't. The mentally ill, age-regressing Zivy, otherwise known as Nova Online, is back and now sending emails regularly about stuff. I don't know why. It's obviously found through the business inquiries from my YouTube. So not only was I obsessively stalked, and for years was talking trash in the comments, was him and his friends or whatever. I think it's just him and like Joshua or just him. Joshua F. Alpha Shadow Clone. But pretty much over Call of Duty, this has been happening for years now, past 5 years, because in like 2017 or whenever, I don't know, Jason or JJOrange added him, and for years they like played Fortnite or something, I don't know. All I know is like him and his little friends from the little gamer group have like so many platinum trophies on PlayStation. It's sad, and the age regression shows because of how much just their brain development has not developed past a certain age, and it's sad because it's definitely not adult things. No, he gets no money, he doesn't work. And none of them in the little gamer group do either, and neither does Joshua. And there's no proof of that because the age regression, you know, that's what it's all about with these people. Because they don't know how life is, so they see how a real man does things like me, and they don't understand it. They don't see it as, you know, how things work, because how they live is like females. Like, I don't know why Zivy's a hermaphrodite and stuff, like Joshua, and he's trying to get him to turn into that, and they're being sus and zesty. But like, you know, the thing is with those, with that whole thing in general, is just like, if you like males and men or whatever, you could do that. You know, like, good luck with that. Have fun. But, like, trying to pursue coming after me is just kind of weird when I've obviously made it known, when everybody pretty much knew without me even saying it that I was straight, but me revealing that my sexual orientation was straight. And still, for some reason, Zivy and Joshua, the Alpha Shadow Clone, is obsessively stalking, both talking trash and are sexually attracted to me, and I don't know why. Now, he was trying to get at me to the point where he's talking to Jason or JJOrange in his comment section and sending it to me as if I care, which I don't. And he's probably going to be like, or the little gamer group's going to be like, oh, he made a video, so he cares. Because that makes complete sense. But obviously, like I said, the thing that makes it even funnier is the one main thing about the little gamer group of COD Zombies and Stormtroopers combined. The thing is, with that group, I concluded and found out after some research that it's age regression that brings them together. See, they don't like me because of video games. That's the thing that Dark Mario has in common with Zivy. Zivy has in common with Joshua, the Alpha Shadow Clone, and he didn't really care, or he wasn't really like dedicated about it as much until Zivy started going around the Alpha Shadow Clone, Joshua F. And then that's when it really became more of a like female thing. And you know, at first, like he was just like, you know, brainwashed and mind controlled from parents, all that. And now it's even more than ever with Zivy. And the funny thing is with this whole thing, right, is when all of them are connected by age regression, it's so sad because they say that they do all this stuff with work and they get all this money, and it's like they learn stuff from the internet and they think that it's that easy to do, or they do these things because their favorite rappers do it or something like that. I don't know. I've already out-rapped all of them. None of them can hold a candle to it. There's no competition, and people that aren't even able to play these games or even compete in esports or anything like that because they're not old enough, because again, with age regression, their brain development hasn't gone past like freaking infants. That's why Joshua doesn't understand, the Alpha Shadow Clone. He doesn't understand that why he's not good at the game and hasn't hit clips. We all saw the 300 subscriber montage. Why are you trying to boast and say you're better than me when you deleted the 1v1 from Modern Warfare 2019 where you lost against me and X-Razor Wire? That's the problem with the brain development and the age regression. Now, in this video, I'm going to be doing this video in 2 different places, in this garage and outside. And I started off this video like this because this is, once again, just them trying to be sus and zesty, as always. So, you know, it's nothing new. But no one's doing anything about it. Neither is YouTube. Like, it's actually freaking hilarious that YouTube just like, you know what? This is completely fine. Like, all this illegal stuff that's happening, we don't care. Not only can these people break our rules, and it's basically illegal on a platform, but, you know, the United States laws, That don't matter on YouTube. You can do whatever you want. But see, that's the funny part about it, is because no one's doing anything about it, so they think that they can just do whatever they want. But it's funny because there's no videos that they're making trying to expose me, and there's no diss track, so it's like, who cares? Like, I'm obviously on a complete another level in terms of like comparisons. Like, if we were to, which no one has ever thought of, because that's just a joke, unless it's a joke, that's when it would be brought up. Because no, you can go from the music alone, not even content, not even nothing outside of internet online. You could just go to the music, and that alone, like, my music alone completely outshines and outperforms every type of content they've ever made. Well, I mean, especially when they're not entertaining. They're not fun to watch. There's no reason to watch them. Even if they were fun to watch, there's no reason to watch them, because they don't do anything. They don't provide anything. They have no benefits in existing, besides just showing themselves going insane and crying and complaining, and because no one's helping them. Like, it's one thing that a therapist can't understand and see their issues, and the fact that it's still going on, even though Joshua the Alpha Shadow Hot clone, for example, is seeing a therapist, and that's just one of some of the people besides JJOrange or Jason. And still we're seeing this result and outcome of the same thing, and they're still driving themselves insane. So I don't know how it is in Arizona or Alabama with therapists, but obviously it's something, and someone's got to step up their game, and either that or the whole state has to step up their therapist game, because if they're not doing their work, because, you know, Joshua the Alpha Shadow Hot clone got to listen to the therapist because he thinks they have all the answers and everything, instead of listening to me. That's why he's still, in his depression and all this other stuff. And same with Jason. It's like, the reason y'all are like that is because you're not listening to the answer to fix that. You want to fix that is what you say, but then you don't actually go out and try to fix that. You don't actually go forward with it. You're just like, I want to fix it really, really bad. Some days they're like that, and then other days they're like, it's like a bipolar thing. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really care. So, but it's just plain and simple common sense for most of this stuff, and it's for some reason just disregarded, or seen as something that is not. Like, it's misconceived, misinterpreted, and they just cry and complain over it because they can't accept the truth. Like, okay, the same person, not only with all that I've already said, but to add even more to that, and I would show evidence, but I mean, you could just go to Twitter if you care that much, or X, and look at Zivy's tweets, just simple as that. Says that YouTube's a dead platform, right? Okay, so how about you and Joshua's Twitters? Who are you making those posts for? You have hundreds of followers and all that stuff, right? Not a single like on any of them. On any of them. Once in a freaking blue moon, or once in a long, long, long time, you'll get some people like commenting like, and it's usually when it's about me, which is funny because everybody avoids trying to go directly to me. So I find that very hilarious that all these people, have so much to say, but can't even come to me with documentation, proof, evidence, or anything like that. No video's done. All these randoms are talking about me like they've actually accomplished anything online, for one. But like all the stuff that I accomplish outside of online, not even comparable in any sense of the word. Like, you gotta be kidding me. There's no way that these people are thinking of talking trash on me when they're just the same exact thing that everybody else is doing. And not only that, but they're just doing it poorly. Horribly. Like a DJ Panda or whatever, for example. One of them. And then, Classified Evil. Like, what the freak? Like, this freaking, like, that's what I'm talking about age regression for. Because Classified Evil, for example, has this Pikachu with the Call of Duty Ghost mask, pulling the mask down. Like, they're not even old enough. Like, they're alpha, playing Fortnite. And no one sees that as sus. That Zivy got his account banned on Twitter or X the same time that certain people got their account banned. I've already mentioned this before, but those certain people are kind of what's the word, predator? I don't know, something like that. I don't know, towards a certain age demographic. And then now Jason's talking to him. Jason's not even 18 yet, so that's all you should put together. You could just look up the names of Alpha 2 and yeah, that's not sus at all. So having that same person talk to all those pretty much underage people, and then also try to get at me when I've already, like, let everybody know, not just them, that I'm straight. I like females. That's the only thing I like. And they're still trying to get at me, thinking that something romantic's gonna happen. Like, that's just weird, bro. Like, they're all saying, kiss me on my hot mouth. Like, it's just not right. But anyways, I don't know. That's just weird. But yeah, so pretty much these randoms that are basically children, and just kids, little infant babies that complain and cry about anything, as long as it has to do with me, with pretty much anything I do, they got to complain and cry about it to someone for some reason, even though no one cares. And all the people that agree with them are like either mentally ill or like delusional people that have been in psych wards, and people with age regression and going through that, because and I feel like the only time that age regression is possible, or any of the above, or the latter basically, is when, and this is also a possibility, that they are disabled, which I just find it like there's so much that they could do, and they just all collectively want to waste their life. And if that's what they want to do, they can do it. But it's like the conclusion and answer is just right there the whole time. And I made the videos on it, and they hear it and they're like, they just don't accept it. And that's where this all happens. And the more time they put into doing this, is more time that they show they are a fan of what I do and like the content rather than disliking it. Because it's been how many years of criticism? Which it's like, if you want to do it that bad, do it yourself. And I've said this before, but obviously they don't care about content and doing all that stuff. So it's like, why come to me to try to give me advice and try to like one up me and then try to like compete in this rivalry and all this other stuff? And it's like, bro, it's just delusional and weak. And I'm glad that females are seeing it and just being disgusted for one once they hear some of this stuff, and they're just disappointed. Like, this is what males do nowadays, and that's what they be telling me, like, straight up. Like, I've showed multiple females this situation. I mean, one of them commented on Zivvy's exposing video on me when he just complained and says, "Oh no, X Deadly's subscribers don't matter in 2020 or something like that." It's like, you still have content on the same platform you just called a dead platform. Awesome logic. And this all goes back to him losing twice in a 1v1 because he kept complaining on my streams for like a couple weeks straight, obsessively stalking for 2 weeks straight. Like, he just stayed on his PC just hating. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'm just going to 1v1 you so you can shut up. That didn't happen. Yeah, so the 1v1 happened, and one of his friends joined, and to this day, he still can't accept the fact and admit the fact that he had someone join, even though the settings were made where no one can join. Except I think it's invite only, so I don't know why he's inviting people, because if he's going to invite people, it can't be a 1v1, because, yeah, they can spectate, yeah, they can podcast, but not when someone's 1v1ing, especially if I already knew he was going to make a video on it. I was already expecting that. I was recording it myself, but I deleted it because, again, who cares? That's what I said before. So, it all comes back to that. And then, because he couldn't admit and accept defeat at that time, and still can't accept that I'm better than him at Call of Duty and better than him at video games, he can have all the platinum trophies he wants. That doesn't prove anything. That's just trophies. That's just one thing. Have you done challenges on those games? That's just an example I'm going to give. But there's so much more that goes into it if we're talking about, like, real pure raw skill, and that guy has none of that. I mean, he used the heat wave glitch and still lost a 1v1. Like, come on, son. To the point where he can't accept it, and accept his loss, to the point where now he's talking about my music and other stuff that just does not matter. So he's like, freaking, like, and no one's helping him. Like, that kid needs to be in a retirement home. Zivvy, go to a retirement home as soon as possible, bro, because you need to go right to where you belong, where your freaking brain development's at. I don't know what kind of foster care home he's in, but, bro, like, the freaking, I don't know. A lot of stuff is just weird. But anyway, so yeah, he spammed me with an email. I don't really care. So this video is just talking about the situation and just basically just saying how contradictive the random is, because he's still commenting about stuff. Like, it's like, bro, at this point, you might as well just message me and get it all over with. Debate, whatever you want to do. Because obviously you want to talk to me because you've been in my comments. You're hiding behind fake accounts as if anybody else out there doesn't like my content besides you and the little gamer group, Dark Mario and his slow, no, I'm kidding, slow ass, what I was going to say, but also, like, Joshua and slow ass. Like, the only people that don't like me are y'all in the little gamer group. Y'all make it seem like, oh, these are real people and they're saying this about you. And it's like, you couldn't make it more obvious that it was you guys. Like, I don't care. I don't play Call of Duty like that no more, and I don't play video games like that no more. And you guys are still talking about it to this day, and still comparing all this stuff. Like, you can make the excuse saying that it's about the music and criticizing the music and my content and all this other stuff. It's all about Call of Duty, and y'all lost then. Just leave it at that. Dark Mario, you couldn't win. Joshua, Shadowhawk Clone. I'm not even gonna say you didn't win, because he shouldn't even exist with an account with any type of progression or XP on Call of Duty, because he's just not meant for that game. He's not meant for that game. And even competing, he shouldn't even think, not even think of doing that. Like, he's a casual player, and that's it. Like, he has no pure raw skill, no abilities, nothing to show for, like, nothing. And he needs to stop boasting, because he has none of that. Like, rest in peace to his homie or whatever and stuff like that. But besides that, like, you got to quit all this boasting and all this stuff you think you're so good at. Now you have the excuse that you're making a video game just so you have an excuse to say something about yourself that you actually accomplished, which, congratulations. Who asked? Who cares? Why are you giving out personal information on the internet? That's the only question I have. Anyways, I got to go be fat now, so, yeah, I'm going to go play some Black Ops 6. Enjoy the rest of the video. Hope you have a legendary grand day. Oh, you know what? A lot of misinformation is being spread once again by Zivvy and the little gamer COD zombie stormtrooper group, the little randos. They think they know everything going on for some reason. When it's like the smallest bit of research can disprove everything they're saying. Like, one time they can do research and it's like, oh, I was wrong the whole time. That's what they're gonna say, because they're wrong. So, I don't know. This is just kind of funny because it's like they're starting it over so stupid. Like, I made the is JJOrange an LGE video answering the question why JJOrange isn't affiliated with it like that long ago. This is 2024. I don't know if it was. It's probably, I don't know if it was over a year ago by now or if it was just a year ago. But check it. This isn't going to be a negative video. This is just going to be information that people should know because obviously people are getting the wrong information out there. So it's time for me to not only correct that information, but it doesn't have to be corrected if it's just common sense and straightforward stuff. So with that said, I don't know why like Zivy thinks that this really matters this much. Like, this was done a year ago, and the only reason that video was done with DedSec, which is funny because they're all thinking that like that conversation started with me asking that and all that, and that came up because, you know, I said something about it. And in some situations, maybe I could have started the conversation with that and let people know about the mistakes that JJOrange has done and how we could do better. Very simple stuff. Very simple stuff. And it's funny because DedSec started going into that conversation, so I recorded it just in case, for reasons. I was like, well, this is kind of random because DedSec already knows about the situation. I talked to him about the situation. He was there when the video was uploaded, and that was before the whole thing with him and JJOrange, which I say that, but it's really DedSec, and him being mad at me and JJOrange, or emotional, whatever you want to call it. But it was just kind of a misunderstanding, and he was just having a rough time. We already sorted things out and got everything together. Now, YouTube as a whole supports cyberbullying pretty much because Zivy himself with a fake account started talking trash on DedSec. So I guess that's just fine. You know, I'm gonna most likely tag him in this video too because I don't know how that's fine exactly. I don't know how they do it on Twitch because I don't care about Twitch because all they care about is the hot tub pool females and everything like that. I mean, stalking's normalized over there too. I mean, look at what happened with Emiru just recently. Look at what happened to her at TwitchCon. What Zivy and Joshua F, Alpha Shadowhawk Clone, and all them little gamer group members, all of them, they're gonna get away with everything they're doing because what happened to Emiru, the freaking security didn't even do nothing. They fired her favorite security guard. And if you don't know what's happening in that situation, I think a good one would be looking up Philip DeFranco's video on it, talking about, it's Philip, so Phillip, and then space DeFranco, so DeFranco, and then space TWITCHCON. If that was too fast for you, then it's just Philip DeFranco TwitchCon. See him talking about this situation. And if that wasn't enough info, then put space EMIRU. I think that video is better than just listening to the Emiru video itself. I saw the video and I was like, oh shoot, I wonder what happened. I don't know if this clickbait or what, but I saved it to my watch later and I just watched it yesterday. I'm like, oh shoot, something serious happened because I see people in the comments talking about that and making fun of the whole situation. I'm like, ooh man, this is not good for Twitch. And not just that, but that adds on top of all the other stuff they be doing. And that's Zivy's main platform because he can't grow on YouTube. And so as an excuse, him and Classified Evil are like, oh, YouTube's a dead platform. But it's like, you guys both have accounts that have content on it. So it's kind of ironic and contradictory that you say it's a dead platform, yet you tried something on it. You tried in general. The fact that you have content on this platform and then you're going to call it dead, that's hilarious. Because who are you showing that content to? Who are you uploading that content to if it's dead? If no one's going to watch it and you're saying this is a dead platform, then why you got content on your channel? Yeah, okay. And these are the type of people that are encouraging JJOrange with this type of behavior. So let's talk about it. So anyways, back to the video. About a couple weeks ago or so, me and DedSec were playing Minecraft, and he decided to talk about the JJOrange thing, even though, like I said, he knows about that whole stuff, and not just that, but like, he knows I was going to live stream and make content, and I don't understand why he didn't talk to me about that right before I was gonna do content. Maybe he didn't think about it. I mean, maybe he was just thinking about asking, and sure, I could have edited it out, and, you know, overall, it didn't really, like, do anything bad. Now, recording it, I was just saving it for later in case I needed it for, you know, content, or if I just needed it in general, or if I was just going to delete it. Now, I uploaded the clip because of one thing only. In a 2-part episode that I made on if JJOrange is in LGE, if he's affiliated or not, in that specific time, I had created a 2-part series talking about that whole situation in depth, getting in detail, all that. So, I mean, it was already basically all said, and part 3 was just me getting more in depth on it and adding more details and really answering the question why he's not an LGE or affiliated with it. Which, by the way, the thing that he said just makes it really funny, because he acts like he has a choice if he's an LGE or not. Which, I'll get into that later. But anyhow, let's move on and save that for a little later. So that was the reason why I made a part 3 on it. In case I didn't say that information on part 1 or 2, it was basically kind of just summarizing it. And I think there's a little bit on part 3 that I haven't said on part 1 and 2. And so I made part 3. Didn't hurt no one. JJOrange obviously doesn't care about that whole stuff, and we'll get into that later. He doesn't care, but he does care more than anybody at the same time, because obviously he's talking to Zivy, Little Gamer Group, all those randos. So, I mean, he's obviously planning, he's already setting himself up for failure. He's setting himself up for so much of a downfall, such a horrible, horrendous one, that it's not even funny. People that can't even come up with anything on their own, nothing creative, those are the people he's siding with. I mean, Joshua just steals my content. Joshua F. Shoutout. This dude steals my content and then says my content sucks, which, it's like, if my content sucks, Joshua, and you're stealing it, what does that say for you? What are you uploading then? Like, what? Oh, and while we're at it, should I mention the video that he recorded with his friend or whatever, talking about, oh yeah, this was my friend back in the day on Super Smash Bros. Melee, going to the X-Deadly's channel, talking about that. But then he's gonna be the same person to say that he's gonna look back on my channel in 5 years and laugh. He's gonna say all this criticism, but then he's gonna be the same person showing my old channel to other people who probably wouldn't have looked at my channel if it weren't for Joshua F. Shoutout clone being mentally disturbed. So that's the situation there. But I guess we'll start with this. I have another point that I forgot while I was doing stuff, and I'll try to remember that for later. But I gotta get water real quick, actually. Okay. Now, so okay. Well, now I just dropped my water right here. Okay. So, how do I get this next part in? So, basically, I was just going about my day, basically like everybody else. But of course, somehow, some ways, if he's gonna try to get some clout, which hasn't worked. I don't know why the dude doesn't just talk to me like a man and talk to me face to face and just gets it over with, because that's how men would do it. They would settle their thing. They would settle the whole thing. And in his whole little mind, in his little delusional world, that beef he has, men would settle the beef. He thinks his beef. He thinks his drama. He thinks that he's winning. He thinks that he's won. All this stuff. So, in his little mind, I mean, when you get people like that are psychotic, sociopathic, and just mentally ill, and mentally, just really, really badly need a lot of help, because the stuff they think about isn't like it's not how things are. How do I explain this? Like, it's like a whole delusional mind state. It's hard to explain for average normal human beings like my audience. So, you know, and people with high IQs, because that's the people that like my content. Because obviously me, the scavenger, the scientist, the innovator. Like, that's how men settle it. But they haven't been doing it how men would settle it. So if they want to do it the female way, they can do it the female way. That's how they want to do it. That's how they've been doing it. That's how they will do it. Then they can do that. If they don't want to act like grown men, then they don't have to. You know, we can you know, do this little video game stuff. You know, like, there comes a certain point in life for people, like, especially when you got a wife and kids, that at that point in life, like, if you are happy enough, and if you are even when you're like that accomplished in life, right at that point, that's when you're going to like settle things like men, like as a father, obviously, and you're gonna go you know, do situations how, you know, a man would do, especially a married man, especially a married man with kids. That's at that point, like, you're getting stuff done. But like I said, like, when you're at that point in life, that's when you're starting to do stuff, if you're accomplished and if you're happy enough. So maybe that's why Joshua F. Shoutout clone hasn't been talking to me, because he's not happy or accomplished enough, because he's not accomplishing nothing by playing video games his entire life. He's not accomplishing nothing by creating video games, unless he has a team backing him. And obviously, like I said, he's going to have a team back. He's going to have other people help him, because he's not done anything himself ever. That's me knowing the man personally. I mean, the kid personally. Definitely not a man. Not yet, if anything. If he does eventually grow into an actual, you know, all that stuff, then we can talk about, you know, some stuff. But obviously, there's no growth development in here. There's no growth development in the muscles. There's no growth development in the freaking, just everywhere. There's no brain development, nothing. It's just the same as a sperm cell. And see, because they don't understand what I'm saying, because they're not men, obviously, like I said, they've been doing the things the female way. They're going to get all emotional just because I said that type of stuff. They're going to be like, oh, they're like, oh my gosh, he said more trash about me. I got to go freaking send more things on his email. Like what? This is how this all started. I was up till 5 a.m. because I was grinding Black Ops 6. And I didn't record it, obviously, because it's a different type of time, and I'm not really that like dedicated to BO6. I'm just, now's like a really good time to get camos done. I just need to try to figure out how to do the oil trap. I'm starting to think I might have to do that solo, because on a squad there's more zombies, which doesn't make it more hard, but I just haven't done it enough. I just thought about doing it, and I kind of like did it like twice, but the first time I did it I went down online. Like, it's not even hard, but there's just so much. But I noticed, I don't know if it's like Treyarch or like the developers or COD or something is like going after me or something, but I feel like I'm programmed to get a lot of super sprinters in that new game mode. I don't know why, and I think it's kind of sus, because normally COD, like, I feel like sometimes I just lose gunfights because it's just something a little weird, but a lot of people nowadays got that upgraded Wi-Fi, upgraded equipment, upgraded this, upgraded that. They're spending like thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on like gaming stuff. I mean, you could just look at the Joshua clone, for example. I mean, like, come on now. Spending all that money just to get like the best gaming experience possible, when like all that money could have went to anything. There's so much to do in life, and this little game group's like freaking worried about video games and stuff about video games. I mean, shoot, they'll do anything for attention. I'm talking to JJOrange about something that happened a year ago. Why didn't you talk about it then? Imbeciles. Anyway, so the peasants were complaining in an email or something. No, I'm just kidding. It was just Zivy making a fake email talking about and screenshotting. Oh, I talked to JJOrange about LGE, and he doesn't want to be in it. And I'll show you the screenshot right now, so you can take a look at it. Or I don't know how I'll do that, actually. I'll do it a certain way. I think it was on PC. I'll add a text on screen if it was on PC or mobile, but I'm pretty sure it's on PC, because obviously, I mean, like I said, that peasant, and I mean peasant, okay, like, he thinks he gets money, but that peasant spends his entire life on the computer, terminally online. Like, why do you think he knows so much information in like that video that just happened a couple weeks ago? Why is he updated on that if he says he doesn't care about me, doesn't like my content, doesn't like the stuff I do, but he's obsessively stalking like a female on my content? Like, there's a difference between being a real man, settling things, and not liking me and telling me to my face why you don't like me, and actually proving points that you have. But if you have no points, settling the whole thing doesn't make sense. So now it's like the female route. Now you're doing it like the weak female route. Weak and female route. I'm not saying females are weak. I'm saying that the way he's doing it is weak and similar to how females would do situations. And I would have to really, if you know, you know. Especially if in the hip-hop culture and hip-hop team, and rap and all that. But if, like, you don't know, don't just take it with a grain of salt. Don't think of like some type of misogynistic, sexist thing that it isn't, because it's not that. Never been that. On the record, never been that. So, but it's just super simple stuff for some reason that it's already been like, you know what doesn't make sense to me is, let's put it this way: if JJOrange did not care and Shoney doesn't care, why is he talking about it with randoms? Because he doesn't care about LGE and not being in it, right? So why is him and Zivy talking about it, and then Zivy sent it to me, and then Jason telling me that Joshua was texting? I don't care about none of that. You do the failure that you're wanting to do. You go do that. Do the mistakes. That's not gonna affect me. Like, my only brother, he's doing this. It's sad. But let me actually pull up the picture, because I have the script up. It was so early in the morning I didn't notice, but funny when I look at this picture, his description says, my main PSN is suspended, and I'm too lazy to put all this other stuff. But it's funny that he says that, and then he acts like that in the comment section. Like, why do you think your PSN is suspended? Because you're acting like that, right? Then he's going to be like, oh, well, you got suspended. It's like, no, I don't play Fortnite. But anyway, let's get back into it. 86,000 hours. I'm going to be talking about that later for sure. I think you need to do to be different to be allowed in Zach's LGE or something, which I don't care. Like, he completely, like, that's like shifting the narrative to something else. Like, that's off topic, what I was talking about in the entirety of the if JJOrange is affiliated in LGE video. Like, I already talked about all that, and I'm pretty sure what I'm about to say next, I already said. And this is also the funny part. I don't know, I don't care, I never wanted to be part of it, never asked you. JJOrange says, keep this in mind. Okay, keep this in mind. Now what I'm about to say next is going to be hilarious, because he says that, but he kind of is making himself look like a fool right now, because he says he doesn't want to be a part of LG, right? Correct? Who made the JJOrange name? Go on, go ahead. If you know the answer, answer. If you don't know the answer, stay silent. I'll give you a few seconds to figure that one out. And wait, let's backtrack a little bit. He says he doesn't want to be a part of it, and he doesn't care about LGE, right? Then who made the JJOrange name? See, this is why I think JJOrange is making mistakes, and the reason why he's screwing up really bad. Because check this out. Obviously, I'm the one who made the JJOrange name. Like, okay. My sister's nickname was MJ, and I don't know why, but I was like, oh, JJ. We got MJ, we got JJ, and just thought it was just a nickname. So I was like, okay, so your favorite color is orange. How about as a nickname, JJOrange? I mean, Jason knows it himself, so it's like, I don't care what kind of excuse or just kind of like mixed information is about to be said for the actual reason, how it got made, or Jason's going to say that he made it, and this, that. It was on my grandma's computer, and it was at the same time of Lethal Deception. Why do you think his first video was with me, Lethal Deception, Black Ops 1, Nuketown, and I invited him to play Call of Duty? And I made his intro like Mario, which he definitely didn't just like Mario. He was in LPS, My Little Pony, put your ass up in the air, stuff like that. So it's like, there's more than just what's on the surface. And y'all I bet didn't even know about that. I mean, Princess Undead's first channel, Midnight Angel, had no, I think it's actually still on JJOrange's channel, a very early video of him playing with LPS. He's probably going to remove some stuff. He's going to try to change the narrative because he doesn't want to look bad, or he doesn't want to look sus or zesty. I've never played with MLP. I've never played with none of that stuff. So, it kind of gives you a hint on what's going on. Some people think also, but I think JJOrange, Jason, DE, I think he's swinging on both sides of the fences, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't want to say it publicly just yet, but I think he's into males and females. And especially recently, that's been looking like it's most likely. Like, don't touch me, don't freaking touch me type of stuff, and freaking, like, that type of stuff. That's been happening in the past couple years, so. Anyway. Oh, and then I saw what I saw with him and Jaden and all that stuff. So, I'm pretty sure all of these I said already. So, I made the JJOrange name, and the Alpha Shadow Hawk gamer tag, an alternate to Elite Killer Blade. So, either way, like I said earlier, whether he likes it or not, it was built through LGE. And the reason how and why is because I'm the one who made LGE, and LGE's everything. It's my everything. But then there's me. And it's like my everything, my business, my world official. That's this planet and everything, the universe. So, if I made this and I built it through LGE, how are you going to say you never wanted to be a part of it? Because, mind you, I made that channel because I was like, oh yeah, you should do YouTube and collab with me. He doesn't care about YouTube. But he'll upload and stuff. And he'll get all these views because if he's giving him free views and little gamer groups buying him free views, so he thinks he's getting popular and he's like boasting about it. He's like, oh yeah, I got more views and subscribers than you. Which is what Josh was doing. And I don't know what's up with like the disabled freaking like mentally ill people not getting the help that they need, and no one around them is helping them. I mean, JJOrange, he doesn't really put up like public information, or I mean personal information on the internet as much as Joshua does. He makes an update video like every day talking about, oh, I'm going into surgery for this, and feel bad for me because I'm going through this, and just guilt tripping people to make people feel bad for him. That's the situation as is. And so everybody basically knows that he has like problems and stuff going on that side of things. So it's not like this is, oh, private information, and this is, oh, just got exposed, there's nothing freaking, or there's like new information that no one knew about. No, this has been established because Joshua just obviously this is why I shouldn't have put him on YouTube, because of that stuff. And then JJOrange, on the other hand, or Jason, he does realize that because I made his channel, and if he doesn't care about YouTube and stuff, and I want him to do YouTube and collab with me and all that stuff, and I'm the one who made LGE and the channel, that means that when he uploads, it's for me. Because he doesn't care about uploading, he doesn't care about the content and any of that stuff. It's basically the same with Alpha Shadow Hawk, Joshua F. If they don't care enough about the whole thing, then they're basically making content like for me, because I made them. And you can't say that you don't care about LGE when that's what made you. That's what made you. And you're still uploading, even though you don't care about it. And you said you don't care about it. And we both know you said you don't care about it. And all the content. But you're going to say that you still never cared and never wanted to be a part of it. You are a part of it because you commented. Because you made that live stream with me. Because you keep doing content with me and all that stuff. So you're putting yourself even more into LGE and supporting it and all that stuff. Because you said yourself that you don't want to be a part of LGE. But yet you're making content with me, Jason. Like, what? Like, this stuff could have been avoided if you didn't talk to Zivy and all this stuff. It's like some weird divide and all this. And it really doesn't matter to me. But, like, when people are talking behind my back instead of directly to me, hey, Zach, I love you as a brother. This guy's still trying to start some stuff. I blocked him from the comments. I took him off. And let's go back on our Minecraft series soon or something like that. Like, I was going to invite him to this Minecraft world I was going to do with horror mods and stuff. I didn't even reveal it yet unless you watch the Minecraft series that I did with DeadSec. And I might just do it alone. But I have a freaking horror mod video that I was going to do that I bought with my own money. And I don't know where I got the mine coins, but I got them from somewhere. And I might have bought them. But I have them. And I added, like, all types of mods, and I was going to do a world on it trying to beat the game. But I don't want to start it unless I'm definitely going to finish it. So I have to do the Grand Slam contract. I want to finish the BO6 event today. I'm going to be doing that. And getting as much as I can out of this. I want to get to Prestige Master before the whole like Haunted Havoc mode gets taken out. And then, I mean, maybe Minecraft. I don't know. I want to start going back on the single player games. just so I can start getting that going, because I have a lot of single player games. I even bought like a few new ones that I have. So you know, I have a lot of work to do, and I even have the vlogs that I gotta upload. So which I might start today when I'm done with the event. Actually, I think I'll most likely do that. I gotta work tomorrow though. Anyway, this is not no negativity. This is not no hate toward anybody. Don't witch hunt these people. Don't go after these people. Because what's the point? I mean, same with their decisions. It's also the same for that. What's the point? What's the mean? That's the thing I wanted to start off this video with. Is what is the point? This video was done a year ago, and we're talking about it now, which I don't mind. But they seem to mind more than anybody, and they'll say that also, that it's so old, and this excuse, and my mom says that about this thing about it's so old, and they just like don't want to deal with it, and they try avoiding dealing with it, and just like I don't know why I'm the only one that wants to live their best life. So it's like and get things done. Everybody just wants to be depressed and use excuses and just hold back on things and not get things done and do things like a man for the males in that situation. And it's pointless, useless, weak, and sad. It's just freaking like what are we doing here? Talking about, you know, anytime that Jason does anything that has the name JJOrange, he's doing it for Legendary Entertainment. JJOrange can't change that. Plain and simple information. No logic needed. It's just common sense. However, it is funny that someone that doesn't care about YouTube will keep talking about it as if they do care. Jason lives miserably because he chooses to. I don't care if he wants to be stressed and unhappy. If he's not wanting my help, and this is what my grandma says. She says, if those people don't want the help, she said this about Joshua, shout out home, then don't give them the help. And I'm like, I still want to try. I still want them to live their best life. But you know what? You're right. It's their job to do it on their own because they're given everything. Everything's been given to them. They don't know how to do things on their own because they haven't actually went out there and did it. It's as simple as that. And the reason why I say I don't care if he wants to be stressed or unhappy is because I can't help him. I can't help him. But it seems that he wants to do stuff on his own, and he doesn't want my help. So I gave him some tips and tricks. I gave him some advice, and whether he wants to use that and listen to me or not, that's up to him. And I'm sure he's used a lot of the stuff that I've taught him over the years. I guarantee you he's done that. Whether he likes to admit it or not, which he's most likely not because of his weird negative way he feels about me. He's weird, because I'll get into that later, and it's like starting 2017. Anyway, back to this. If he wants to be emotional like the little gamer group and be like that, then they'll be emotional and cry over video games. I'm gonna get with females, and he can cry over 86,000 out for it. While I go look at my wall of plaques, see my master's rank on Apex Legends, then go over to JJOrange's music and be confused why that was made, because he says that he doesn't care about Legendary Entertainment, but yet he's making his own music on top of the music that his first songs were with me. So the same guy that says he doesn't care about LGE keeps supporting it and keeps doing stuff for Legendary Entertainment. It's like, Jason, you're screwing up so much, bro. Like you could be avoiding that, but for some reason you just want to keep doing that. I don't know. And I'll be confused why he did the music stuff and was made because of him and his friends, Ivy, Joshua F, shout out clone. We'll talk about how my music is bad and all the stuff about my music being not good and the quality and the sound. Why don't they make a diss track? JJOrange got straight A's and he can't prove he's better at making music. And it's the same with Joshua F, shout out clone. He's in college and he can't prove he's better at making music. That's like, what? I mean, I'm in college too, but not for video games. That would be just pathetic, and females would laugh at me if I was doing it for video games. Especially if I wasn't a man. Anyways, and that specific information and that specific situation. And if I was in Joshua's position, they would be like, how weird. It's not even negative, at least for me. If you're new to this situation, and this is the part I was talking about in 2017. The rundown is, since about 2017, JJOrange or Jason, DE, been weird for no reason, think that I was mean or negative towards him. And ever since then, he's been like emotional towards me. And just been weird. Like, that's why he's been like getting more and more depressed and more sad and more emotional, because he's screwing up more and more because he's not listening to my advice and not listening to me. And he's been messing up more because he's talking to all these people and thinking, oh, they're going to give me free V-Bucks if I be mean to Zach, or if I talk trash on him, they're going to give me a modded account or modded stuff on Fortnite. And they probably gave him aimbot, and that's how he got banned on his main account. I don't know. Or he probably griefed or stole some, I don't know. Or, you know, this thing with security, this, that, and, you know, cameras, and I don't know. I'm getting this from them, and all these free views and subscribers, as long as I have drama with this, just all this stuff that I'm pretty sure that's going on. But I mean, if I just have to knock Zivy out and just leave it at that, that can happen easy. Easier done than said. I mean, with that type of health that Rando has from terminally staying on the internet, I mean, that's just poor health conditions, and y'all trying to talk trash on me, I'm gonna pepper spray you and a pressure wash, some mouthwash on y'all, and water, so you can feel how good it feels to have good hygiene and know how it feels to take a shower. But even then, I don't think that's gonna help you talk to a female. But anyways, back to JJOrange. He's been screwing up being around these people. Like I said, that's why he has no affiliation with LGE, even though he's still supporting it and all this stuff. Like I said, and he still will. And he doesn't realize like how contradictive he is, because he'll say that he doesn't like me or stuff like me, or anything to do with me, but then he's gonna do stuff with me. It's like Joshua F. Shoutout clone. He'll comment on my stuff with fake accounts. He'll make videos about me talking about me. He obviously cares enough about me. And it's like, it's not reciprocated, bro. I don't see you as a friend no more. I don't know why you can't understand that, Joshua. Like, leave it as is. Like, we're not cool no more. We're not friends no more. I don't rock with that. I don't rock with doing that domestic violence, bro. I don't rock with that. And I'll get more into that in a minute too. It's funny that Ivy and none of those people in the little game group won a 1v1 though. Open challenge, and he's not up for it, and they're not up for it. He just wants to talk to Jason to get at me as if I care. But like I said in the third video on if JJOrange or Jason is an LGE, I don't care about Jason's life anymore or anything that he does. He messed up and he can't go back in time to fix that. He can't do better than he is now because he's not going to choose to. Yeah, something really wrong with him, and that's why he's, instead of fixing it, he's going with these people that also have stuff wrong with them, that are mentally unfit and unwell. Instead of fixing himself and making their best life, they want to just be like thinking about things that never happened, like schizophrenic type stuff, and just delusional stuff. And that's what, you know, Joshua F, Ivy, Zivy, whatever his name is, and I mean, JJOrange has pretty much been doing since 2017, because he still gets in that little thing where he gets mad and then he locks his door and never comes out. Like, you're not gonna get anything accomplished in life by being like that. Like, I tried making him go for his permit, and it took him 2 years after I tried getting him to get his permit from someone else. He started doing his permit. It took him 2 years. I was like, okay, I guess you were too busy. That's sarcasm, but that's why he's talking to ZV, the little game group, because that's where the mentally ill disabled freaks go. And I'm not saying JJOrange is a freak. I'm saying that they're freaks because they're not acting normal, they're not being normal. And freaks as in not a derogatory way or a rude way. I'm talking about like how insane they're driving themselves. Because they've already driven themselves past insanity, because they're still trying to start drama with me and do drama with me. And thinking that there's going to be a different result each time. It's like, bro, we either going to settle this like men or we're going to leave it. Like I said, settle this like men by debating and talking to me. Like, you're talking about, you're asking Jason questions about a video that I did. He's not going to know nothing because I don't talk to him, and he doesn't know nothing because he doesn't try to know anything. So why are you talking to him about a question you should be asking me? Because if he's a pussy... Alright, anyway, so let's see. What really makes me feel bad for Jason, though, is no one's helping him to get better. He's fighting his mom, grandmother, and just doing straight up domestic violence. It's not even a joke on this kid's behavior. He gets his Fortnite accounts banned and lashes out on me because I don't like Fortnite, I guess. He blames me when he screws up. When he messes up, he goes to me to complain to, and complains about what I'm doing and stuff. Same with the Joshua F. Alpha Shadow clone. And same with Ivy when something goes wrong. They think I care about them because they want me to care, because they're sus. I mean, I know you guys never see it, but why do you think Jason is always stressed out and complaining anytime I'm in the same place as him or around him? Because his life is falling, because he keeps messing up, and he messed up. He has no way out now. And I mean, there is a little bit of light shedding that he could, you know, get stuff back on track, but it's the same with the little gamer group, though. It's the same with them. They don't know what they're doing, and it's going to be too late. You all, Jason included, think that I care if my YouTube or PlayStation, if it were to, gets banned. You think I would care? Who cares about video games? Why do y'all care so much about video games and act like the hardest people on the internet just because you're behind the screen? All that music you listen to and all those substances you do. And you think like, oh, we have it all down and life figured out and everything. It's like, bro, just because you listen to your favorite rapper saying that they have life figured out, or they do this and they do that, you think that you're just going to pull it out of your arse and just do the same. Like, no. It doesn't happen like that. You work for it. You earn it. And when you deserve it, you get it. So if you get a car that your mom or dad bought or parents bought, or if you get a house that your parents bought, or if you rush into a relationship and then marry the first person that's forced to date you, and then make a kid with them as soon as possible to brag about and boast about it to someone that hasn't been in their life since 2017, then you're probably Joshua F. Alpha Shadow clone. I haven't been in that kid's life since 2018. And he thinks I care that he's married and all this stuff now. Like, it's so mentally wrong, bro. So mentally just... I don't know why they're in society. No. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all love video games more than females. Y'all can have the video games. Have the Fortnite. I'll have my wife. I'll have the females. Y'all care way too much about stupid stuff and can always find a reason to complain about me and stuff, about me and what I'm doing wrong or what you don't like about me, but you can't find a way to validate it or prove that it's real talk. That's why it's all talk. Just like all talk, Alpha Shadow, Hot Clone, Joshua. Just like Ivy in the Little Gamer Group. You can find reasons talking trash about me, but you can't find a reason to get a female. Like, sad.